The story titled Tears of Love episode 17. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates. Also share and comment. After Takena was fired from his job by Diana, he prepared his mind for other revenge tactics to be executed by Diana. So, it was not surprising to him that when Diana returned from her office, she asked them to move out of the company's house. In fact, Takena and his wife, Ada, had already packed their belongings into bags and were just waiting for Diana to say the word and they would move. He knew there was no way Diana would allow them stay in the building, so he was prepared. As soon as Diana left the living room and went to her bedroom that evening, Takena beckoned on his wife and they went into their room and started bringing out their already packed bags. When the company security brought by Diana wanted to be the ones to throw out their bags, Takena rejected the idea, insisting that there was no need for such, because their bags were already packed and all was needed was to leave the building respectfully. He didn't want to give Diana the satisfaction of throwing them out as if they were owing rent. So, Takena and his wife moved their belongings into a waiting van. Takena had already chartered a vehicle to take them away from the company house. He was fully prepared for Diana. Soon after their things were loaded in the van, they drove out of the compound. "Where are we going to right now?" "I told you to beg Diana so that she will allow us to stay in the house." "Let us go and beg her, please." "I'm ready to kneel down and plead with her to forgive us of everything we did to her." "If you don't want to be the one to do the begging, I will do it." "Please, we don't have a place to go." "Are we not going to be stranded in the streets?" "How can you just move away from the company house without having a destination?" "Let us go back and beg Diana and she will forgive us and allow us to stay." "Please, my husband, swallow your pride and beg her." Ada tells Takena when they had driven out of the compound. "I can't beg Diana." "Don't you realize she wants us to beg her? If you go back to beg her, you will be doing exactly what she wants. She wants to have the satisfaction of being begged like the new boss. But I will never beg her. She wants to bring me to my knees and crush my ego, but she can't do that. She wants me to kneel before her and cry for help. She wants me to beg her for my job and for shelter. That's not going to ever happen. I want to show her that I'm still the man who paid her bride's price, married her, and that she can't control me." Takena said to Ada. "So where are we going now?" "We don't have a house. And you have even lost your job. How are you going to pay for house rent?" "I'm scared because I don't want us to be stranded in the streets. Remember that I'm pregnant. I don't want the baby to be stressed," Ada said. She was crying, but her tears did not move Takena, who was determined not to go back to the company premises. Soon, the vehicle negotiated a street and entered a compound with a new house in it. "This is our house," Takena said to Ada as soon as they came down from the van. The house is a 2-story building which looked very beautiful. Ada was surprised to hear what her husband said. "What do you mean? Do you mean you rented an apartment in the building, or the entire house belongs to us?" Ada asked with surprise written all over her face. "I mean it is our house. It belongs to me. I built the house with my money and we're now going to start living in it. We are not going to pay rent here. It is my house and I'm the landlord. So, let's go in," Takena said proudly. He had already hired some boys who were waiting to help them move in. Ada was left in shock when they entered the building and she saw the interiors. It was far more beautiful than the company house they left. Her happiness knew no bounds. "How were you able to accomplish this? I didn't expect this kind of surprise. I'm still shocked up till now. How were you able to build such a big house?" Ada asked her husband that night when they had gone to bed. "I started building the house as soon as I got the job and started earning good salary about 2 years ago. I paid for the land installmentally within 6 months. I started building it in phases. Each month, I used part of my salary to buy building materials for the house. There was no month that I didn't spend money on the project. I kept on building until I finished it last month. It was not easy, but I was determined to do it. I wanted it to be a surprise to Diana when we were still in good terms, but she misbehaved and I didn't even inform her that I'm building a house. Now, you are the one to enjoy the house with me. Takena said to Ada. You are a very wise man, my husband. Imagine what would have happened if you didn't have the initiative to build your own house. It would have been terrible for us. I'm proud of you. Ada said as they slept off. Meanwhile, Diana woke up the next morning and she was shocked that Takena and his wife did not come to beg her the previous day. Why didn't they come to beg me? Where did they sleep? Why did they move out so fast without even saying a word to me? This is so painful. I was expecting Takena to kneel down and beg, but it seems he planned himself very well. I will find out how he managed to handle this so well. Diana said as she left the house to work at the company. When she got there, a lot of files were already waiting for her on her table. Good morning, madam. There are a number of documents for you to attend to. They are very urgent. The company secretary said. When Diana opened the documents, she saw a lot of financial calculations and she did not understand anything. She was confused on how to decode the information in the documents. If we don't attend to the documents in 2 days, our company will lose out on an important deal worth $500 million. The secretary tells Diana. Please leave. I need some time to think. She tells the secretary. With just one file she opened, Diana realized that she cannot do the job. The financial calculations in the documents gave her immediate headaches. This is beyond my understanding. The job is beyond me. What am I going to do now? Diana asked herself in confusion. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment and also like the video, share it to your platforms please. Coming up next is episode 18. Sit back and watch it, you have a lot to gain from it. Watch out for the next episode 18.